The morning light broke softly over Houston, the kind of gentle dawn that makes the city look calm, even when it isn't. The bayou shimmered like liquid glass, winding through quiet neighborhoods and empty bridges. It looked peaceful from above, but beneath that calm surface lay stories that refused to rest. For years, the Buffalo Bayou has been both the heart and the shadow of Houston. It's a place where families jog, children feed ducks, and workers pause to eat lunch by the water. But sometimes, it becomes the center of whispers. Moments that fade from headlines, yet stay alive in people's minds. This is one of those moments. In early spring, local authorities received a strange report. A resident walking his dog near the Bayou Trail noticed an object lodged between tree roots after a recent flood. It wasn't what he found that stirred attention, it was what he felt. Something about that morning felt wrong. The mist, the silence, the way the water moved slower than usual. He called the police, and from that call began one of Houston's most puzzling investigations. When officers arrived, they sealed off the area. Forensic teams collected samples, photographs, and evidence. The site was quiet except for the hum of equipment and the soft rush of the bayou. At first, they thought it might be debris left by rising tides, but after several days of analysis, the tone of the case changed. There was more here, something human, something deliberate. Local media caught wind of it within hours. The story aired on evening broadcasts, described simply as an active investigation along Buffalo Bayou. No further details were given, yet speculation filled the silence. Online, theories multiplied. Some said it was connected to old cold cases. Others thought it was a recent event hidden by the floods. Detective Raymond Solis, a veteran investigator, took charge of the case. He had seen everything from organized crime to accidental disappearances, but this one felt different. There was no clear motive, no witness, no timeline, just a series of scattered clues that seemed to lead in circles. Weeks passed. Teams searched upstream and downstream, collecting fragments of clothing, small metallic objects, even handwritten notes washed up from the water. Each item told a story, but none of them completed the picture. Dr. Lena Waters, a forensic analyst at the state laboratory, joined the team to assist with testing. Her findings suggested that some materials dated back nearly 20 years, meaning the bayou might have been carrying hidden evidence long before anyone noticed. This revelation changed everything. It turned a local mystery into a historical puzzle. Reporters began revisiting old newspaper archives, comparing the bayou's recent findings with unsolved files from the early 2000s. Patterns started to appear, missing persons cases with similar locations, all close to the same stretch of water. The public became divided. Some saw it as coincidence. Others believed the bayou was keeping secrets that had finally begun to surface. The Houston Police Department responded carefully. They opened a dedicated tip line and formed a task force that included environmental experts, forensic scientists, and local historians. Their goal wasn't only to solve a case, but to understand the bayou itself, how water, erosion, and time could hide and reveal the truth in unpredictable ways. Through months of analysis, investigators pieced together a timeline connecting several disappearances. They found that heavy rainfall seasons often coincided with new discoveries. The bayou, it seemed, was more than a river. It was a moving archive of the city's forgotten stories. Community groups joined the effort. Volunteers organized search events, cleaned the banks, and mapped out areas for drone inspection. Even students from the University of Houston contributed, using sonar technology to explore deeper sections of the waterway. Every small breakthrough brought both relief and sorrow. Relief that the truth was emerging, and sorrow that it had taken so long. By midsummer, forensic teams confirmed that one of the items recovered matched a missing person report from 2004. The discovery didn't close the investigation, but it gave families something priceless: acknowledgement. After years of silence, they finally knew where to start healing. Detective Solis addressed the press with measured words. "What we're learning," he said, "is that the Bayou remembers everything. It might take years, but time eventually reveals what people forget." His statement resonated deeply. It became a line repeated across news broadcasts, printed on social media posts, and even painted on a mural near downtown. The mural showed a hand reaching through water toward light, a symbol of persistence and truth. As months turned to years, the investigation slowed, but never stopped. The city found new meaning in the story. The Bayou, once feared for its mystery, became a place of reflection. People visited not just for the view, but to remember what it stood for: endurance, memory, and the quiet strength of those who search for answers. Today, Buffalo Bayou remains one of Houston's most beautiful landmarks. Its trails are filled again with runners, cyclists, and families enjoying the water's calm rhythm. The investigation files are still open, stored in an office drawer marked "Ongoing," but the fear has faded. In its place is something stronger: respect. Respect for the people who never gave up, for the experts who turned science into art, and for a city that learned to listen to its own river. Because every current carries a story. And sometimes, the truth doesn't rise fast. It floats slowly to the surface, waiting for the right moment to be seen. And when it does, the water becomes clear again, just as it always was meant to be. But the story doesn't end with the unveiling of old secrets. New chapters are written every day, as the Bayou whispers its history to those willing to listen. Dad, do you think the Bayou will ever give us more surprises? Probably. But remember, it's not just about what's discovered. It's about what it teaches us. Indeed, the Bayou is the keeper of time. A river that connects generations, mirrors the city's resilience, and holds onto the past even as it flows into the future. May it always remind us of where we've been and where we're heading.